Hello, I'm starting a podcast, I guess. So just a quick introduction. I'm Sachie, hence the name Okay Sachie. If I'm even using that name, I'm not sure yet if I want to use that name. But that is the working title for now. So it's Okay Sachi because parang, alam mo yun, parang okay Sachi, shut up. Because like in this podcast, I'm literally just gonna ramble and yap about my thoughts about everything. Okay, I work in advertising. I'm an art director. And I also make TikTok videos slash IG reels. But my main platform, I guess, is TikTok. But for some reason, naging food yung niche ko on TikTok because I started out by, I don't know how to explain it. Nag-start ako on TikTok by cooking or trying to cook. For reference, I am 29 years old. I started when I was like 28, 27, ganon. And parang nagtatry ako magluto kasi hindi ako nagluluto talaga. And then I saw a video of someone, I think it was, I feel like I have to look this up. It was really inspired by Lazy Pot Noodle. Meron siyang 4.1 million followers as of recording this on TikTok. And the concept was parang nagluto siya sa dorm niya. And then, yeah, this electric cooker. And I was like, oh my God, I can cook in my room. Because I've always wanted to try cooking and I have never, again, I do not cook at all. So I bought one of those electric cooker things. Mahilig talaga ako mag-video in general. Like, I've had my fair share of YouTube stuff. Like, I used to sing on YouTube. And then at one point, I had like a productivity channel. Then I also had a gaming channel, but all of those are dead now. But anyway, so tinry ko electric cooker. And then naturally, like, I think my personality is very chaotic. Like, I panic a lot. So I guess yun yung parang nag-resonate with people and people, I guess, enjoyed it. So parang I just kept doing it. Mostly because I enjoy making videos, but also because I actually enjoy like the process of cooking and learning something. So that's what I did. So I became kind of a food content creator, which is not really my expertise or even my main interest, obviously, because nga, you know, I started cooking on camera. Basically, ang premise is hindi, like, wala akong alam about it. But again, I just happened to be in that scene. So since I was in that cooking food industry already, like I slowly shifted to like making food reviews and food content in general, and it's all great. Like I love it, and that's what led me to like bigger opportunities, etc. So that's why I am still making content now. And then it has slowly evolved to like maybe medyo konting lifestyle vlogs. It started with like food reviews, like going out and, you know, like just trying food out. Like every once in a while I do lifestyle content, like parang kahit walang kinalaman sa food, like I don't know, getting a tattoo or getting a piercing or getting a color analysis or whatever, like, or shopping in the Visoria or stuff like that. So now I guess my content evolved to mas me going and trying out interesting things. And then I would get comments saying like, oh, I love your personality and how you would voice out every single thought you have. Because I mean, ever since parang kahit anong thought, like you know how our brains just produce like a million thoughts per second. Like I'm sure that's not true, but like obviously our brains think a lot. I mean that's kind of their purpose, diba? But like for me, kasi every single thought talaga I have, I voice it out. Like, I just can't. Like, alam mo, di ba may mga filter tayo? Like, when we're talking to people, I don't have that filter, I don't think. Especially with my face. Like, I don't have a filter for my face. Like, if I am annoyed at someone or if I'm really happy, like, my face is super transparent. I know a lot of people can relate to that. But that is also the case for my mouth. Like, I cannot stop talking. So, when I'm thinking of something, I usually just voice it out. And I guess people like that. Because I guess it's refreshing to people na parang, okay, this person is not filtering out their thoughts or whatever. So, all that to say, ang dami ko sinabi, oh my gosh. But anyway, all that to say, at some point, I realized my TikTok videos were basically mini podcasts already. Because no matter what I was doing, I mean, obviously it started with like food content and cooking and stuff like that. But I guess what I like the most about making content is that I get to voice out my thoughts and actually have like a platform or like a venue to air out my thoughts, because I can't always do that because I don't always have someone to talk to. And you know, the people around me, like kunwari my mom or my friends, can only take so much, you know, so might as well just do a podcast, diba? to like talk. I don't know, because at some point nga I realized my TikToks were basically mini podcasts already, so why not just make a podcast? So that's why I'm here. I never really thought I'd make a podcast. Actually, that's a lie. I have thought about making a podcast for a very long time already. Even before I was making content on TikTok, I talked to two people about making a podcast. The first one was with a workmate during the pandemic na parang, I think we ended during the planning stage pa lang. Like, it was the pandemic, you know, so parang people were lonely and stuff. And I think that was the start of a lot of podcasts, I think in the Philippines especially. So we were inspired and we said, parang, oh, we should make a podcast. And then parang we were like, what would we talk about? And then I remember na parang, oh, what if it was like about movies or whatever? And, or what if it was just like anything under the sun? And in the perfect world, yes, maybe we would all have podcasts about literally nothing and people would listen to each other. But then, like, why would people care? And I think ultimately we decided that nobody would care about these things. Actually, we may have recorded one episode, but that is now gone. I don't remember if we recorded an episode. This was so long ago. It's 2026, so 6 years ago. So I do not remember if we actually filmed one episode, but yeah, we did not release that. And then another podcast attempt was much more recent. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. So that one we had like a full Notion board of like potential topics, and we had an outline of the first episode, and we were going through like segments and stuff like that. And then we actually recorded it and na-edit ko na siya, and I was like, I do not like this. Like, I do not want to release this. I sound so annoying. I don't know. We just didn't like it and we were so awkward. And parang it was just, we were trying to make it sound like a show. Basta parang hindi siya natural to us. So, we decided against it and we just never talked about it anymore. So now I'm doing it on my own. I think it's so hard din kasi to do it with another person, especially if you don't have the same schedules. Obviously, I'm an adult already. So, syempre my friends are also like around the same age as me. So we have like responsibilities, we have work, and making a podcast is not as easy as just like talking to a friend. You actually have to produce it, you have to make the artwork for it. And actually, yung second podcast, meron na kaming artwork, meron na kaming name, meron, like, we even signed up for like, I think that's like anchor.fm or something, like that's where you release your podcasts or whatever. But we had those already, and then we still decided against it because we just couldn't make our schedules fit. And I guess we weren't that excited about it kasi nga parang we couldn't think of like a theme for the podcast. Like do we talk about movies? Do we talk about pop culture or whatever? Like, again, why would people care? And also, like, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking, why would people care about my podcast? And I do not have the answer for you right now, but I feel like now the difference with me doing this podcast, like, versus all the other ones, are like, I feel like I'm doing this for myself, but also I feel like kasi I got the validation from other people na parang, ooh, people care about what I think, or people at least care about how I say things. So parang, I guess I'm starting a podcast. I don't know, this first episode might just be me like gaslighting myself into thinking people will actually care, but I mean, I might get like 2 views or whatever, but sorry, I don't know. Another reason why I wanted to start a podcast was because I do not know what to do with YouTube. Okay, I know podcasts are dapat audio only, but I'm sure you know that a lot of podcasts have moved into like vidcast. Yun ba tawag doon? Basta yung parang nagiging YouTube. Parang video na siya, na parang talk show / whatever, like just rambling on camera vibes. And I feel like this is the perfect format for me because I just like talking. I've had multiple attempts at like reviving my YouTube channel, and I honestly feel like this is the only way I will be consistent. I've been pretty consistent with posting on TikTok and Instagram because that's kind of easy for me. And that's not to ano ba tawag doon? Parang invalidate the effort that goes into TikTok and Instagram content, but at least for the type of content that I make, it's pretty easy to produce them. Like, for example, my cooking videos, it's literally just me cooking in front of a camera, or for food reviews, it's eating in front of a camera and just cutting out the silences and cutting out the pauses, etc. So that's kind of the format that I do, and that's the kind of format that I thrive in, I guess. So moving into long form, especially knowing that what the people like is like the fast-paced, just thought vomit, word vomit type of content is what people like about my content, at least. I tried doing vlogs na parang, oh, a week in my life, and then it's kind of aesthetic, and this is how my week went, and it's a slow vlog or whatever. Like, it just doesn't fit my, hindi naman brand, but like, it doesn't feel like me, if that makes sense. Like, not necessarily my online persona, but in general, like, it just doesn't feel like me. So I do not want to do that anymore. Like, I consume a lot of that type of content because it's relaxing, but again, I just don't feel like that's bagay to me. ang arte nung that's bagay to me, whatever. And then another option that I considered for YouTube was parang, alam niyo yung challenge form videos. Like, one YouTuber that I really love is Ryan Trahan. So, meron siyang mga parang, I tested the 1-star drive-thrus, or I went to 50 states in 50 days. Like, you know, those types of videos na parang challenge videos or just one-off videos that usually go viral on YouTube. And may time na talagang sobrang addict na addict ako sa ganong content. And it excites me. Like, I enjoy that. Like, I enjoy watching that. And I tried, like, meron akong video ngayon na parang na-script out ko na and then na-film ko na even. And then, ngayong kailangan ko na siyang i-edit. Parang, oh my God, this is exhausting. Like, this is actually exhausting. Like, I'm foreseeing it to be like a 20 to 30 minute video. And parang hindi ko ma-imagine na gagawin ko yun every week. And if I start doing that, it just sounds exhausting, you know? Parang, I just can't imagine. And not even just the production, even just the ideation na parang, oh my God, what do I do next? Kunwari with creators like Ryan J. Han or Mr. Beast, parang if you do something like one-off or even like a series and it pops off, like what do you do next? Like how do you top that video? Like, alam mo yun, parang I just don't want to deal with that mental torture. Hindi naman mental torture, medyo OA yun, but you know, but you get what I mean. Like parang it's just exhausting to me. I feel like that's more my vibe versus the, you know, relaxing, whatever content. But again, it just sounds exhausting and very parang malayo in terms of effort sa kung anong ginagawa ko yun on TikTok. So parang hindi ko na rin masyadong type for myself. And I don't want to become like a YouTube machine. Like, you know, again, I have a full-time job. So I still want to have like quiet weekends where I don't have to do anything. And I don't want to have to edit for hours. You know, as much as I love making videos, that's like, again, that sounds exhausting to me. And this whole content creation thing started naman because I wanted to have like a venue to like air out my thoughts, etc. And because I just like making videos. And I feel like if I do that, like yung mga challenge type or overly produced videos, I will lose my love for video / content creation. And I honestly just don't want that to happen. So yes, that works great for some people. I will continue watching those people, but that is just not me. And podcasts just make a lot of sense to me. Podcasts have become my comfort content. Like I have a podcast rotation, if you will. Like meron akong, like I listen to Ang Walang Kwentang podcast a lot, which is a podcast between two directors in the Philippines. And then I listen to MKBHD's podcast, which is Waveform. It's a tech podcast, which is weird. I mean, it's not weird, but like, I just feel like it might be weird for some people to realize that I listen to that. But anyway, my point is, podcasts have become my comfort content. I think my introduction to podcasts was lavender pa, like, as in when I was into productivity / wishy-washy stuff. So mga ganon. Like, I'm a podcast enjoyer. I just enjoy podcasts a lot. It makes you feel like you're with someone. And if I become that someone to even like one person who's doing chores or commuting, parang saya. Wow. And with short form content prevailing, I mean, parang, you know, there's a lot of short form content now, including my content. I've been craving longer thoughts again. You know, just parang, I just have a craving for like hearing longer thoughts and also like spitting out longer thoughts. So yes, I think it all boils down to me being tired of having to condense my thoughts into 1 minute and 30 seconds. Yun lang. I don't know actually. I don't know where I'm going with this. Hindi ko alam kung lahat ng episodes magiging ganito na parang kung ano-ano yung pinupuntahan ng conversation. But yes, that's it. It's funny, when I was talking to my friends about making a podcast, some of them were like, oh, sino kasama mo? Because like, parang that's the default nga, diba? Parang it's usually like with a duo or with a group. And that's most of the content that I listen to actually. Except for Emma Chamberlain. But then, siya kasi, like, she's literally Emma Chamberlain. Like, everybody would listen to whatever she says. So, I don't know. So, I don't know if this, again, I don't know if I'm even gonna air this or gagawin ko na lang ba to parang diary entry. Charot. But yes, on that note, parang, honestly, like, I used to journal a lot. Like, as in, dati meron akong actual journal. Like, I actually write stuff down. But then I moved to Day One, if you know that app. I don't even know if that app is still around. But it's basically like a journal, like a digital journal, where you put your thoughts in. And ako, usually I would just write down whatever happened to my day, and then if I had thoughts, I would literally write them down like an essay of sorts. And I feel like this is a good way for me to go back into journaling, but in podcast form. I don't know. So what this show is gonna be, or what this podcast is gonna be, should I call it a show? I don't know. Per episode, there would be like a general theme, kung anong thoughts ko on a certain topic, or just basic, maybe whatever happened to me. Like maybe I'll insert like story times here and there, or like current obsessions, or just thoughts in general about a certain topic that I'm interested in, or people might be interested in. Maybe you can even comment or like ask me what they think about something, and then I'll talk for an hour about it. Because that's the thing. When my... Wait, sorry. Yun pala yung point ko kanina when my friends were asking me kung sino kasama ko. Ang ending sana nung sentence na yun was like, we all realized na parang if anyone could sustain a 1 hour conversation with herself, that would be me. Because I have so much thoughts about everything. Like, I literally just can't shut up. So anyway, going back to what you might expect from this podcast, is just thoughts, obsessions, stories, or if I watched a movie or listened to a specific song that resonated with me or whatever, like maybe I'll talk about that, or even just random emotional tangents. I don't know. I don't even know yet if ito talaga yung format niya, like nasa room lang ba ako, or maybe some episodes can be in the car or outside. I don't know yet. But I feel like this is the most sustainable format for now. And that's also why I wanted to start the podcast, because parang it's just a lot less friction if I'm just in my room and just talking, because I do that anyway. Like, I talk to myself sometimes. So yeah. Di ko alam if may sense, but I've been recording for like 36 minutes. But if you're still here, thank you so much for listening. I genuinely don't know what this becomes yet, but I think I want to keep doing it because I had fun during this 36-minute recording, which will probably be a lot less once I cut out repeating thoughts or disorganized thoughts, but whatever. I hope you tune in. But my goal is to upload at least once a week. I think maybe every Sunday, question mark. Not sure yet. Anyway, lang, this is just an intro episode. So hopefully the other episodes will be much more organized and must make sense than this. But yes, just hello and bye.